What if I told you there was a single, powerful miracle drug available to almost everyone? Imagine a prescription that could significantly reduce your risk of all-cause mortality, cut your chances of developing certain cancers by nearly a third, and act as a potent antidepressant. This isn't some futuristic fantasy or an expensive experimental treatment. This incredible medicine is running. It doesn't come in a pill bottle and you can't pick it up at the pharmacy, but its effects on your body and mind are more profound than many medications on the market. We often see running as just a way to lose weight or get fit, but honestly that's only scratching the surface of its true power. Humans were born to run. Our bodies are designed for endurance, a relic of our evolutionary past when we needed to traverse long distances. When people talk about the runner's high, they are describing a very real and powerful neurochemical event. For a long time we credited this feeling solely to endorphins, the body's natural painkillers. However, recent science has shown us another major player is involved: endocannabinoids. Every single run, no matter the length, influences the neurotransmitters that govern your mood. Running stimulates the release of serotonin and dopamine, two of our most important happy chemicals. This is why even a short, slow jog can leave you feeling more positive and less stressed. It's like pressing a reset button for your emotional state, flushing out anxieties and replacing them with accomplishment and calm. Beyond just feeling good, running actively combats stress on a hormonal level. When we are stressed, our bodies produce cortisol, the primary stress hormone. While cortisol is useful in short bursts, chronically high levels cause health problems including anxiety, weight gain, and suppressed immunity. Regular running helps regulate cortisol more efficiently. It teaches your system to handle stress better, so daily pressures don't trigger extreme responses. Running doesn't just make you feel good, it literally makes you smarter by changing the structure and function of your brain. One of the most incredible benefits is its effect on a protein called brain-derived neurotrophic factor, or BDNF. Think of BDNF as miracle grow for your brain. When you run, your body ramps up the production of this amazing substance, which promotes neurogenesis, the creation of new brain cells, and enhances neuroplasticity, which is your brain's ability to form new connections and adapt. Runners often report feeling mentally sharper, more creative, and better able to solve problems. This isn't just a feeling, it's a result of a brain that is healthier, better connected, and more flexible. Whether you're a student trying to absorb complex information or a professional needing to stay sharp in a demanding job, a consistent running routine can give you a significant cognitive edge. Beyond memory, running significantly improves your ability to focus and maintain attention. In our modern world of constant distractions, our attention spans are under assault. Running provides a powerful antidote. Furthermore, running builds willpower and mental toughness in a brain region called the anterior mid-cingulate cortex, or AMCC. This area is responsible for grit, tenacity, and the ability to push through discomfort. While the brain benefits of running are incredible, the physical transformations are just as profound and essential for a long, healthy life. At the core of these changes is your heart. Running is the ultimate cardiovascular workout. With every stride, you are training your heart muscle to become stronger and more efficient. A well-trained heart can pump more blood with each beat, a concept known as increased stroke volume. This means your resting heart rate will decrease over time, as your heart doesn't have to work as hard to circulate oxygen throughout your body. Running also has a powerful effect on your metabolic health. Your skeletal muscles are a massive consumer of glucose or sugar. When you run, your muscles demand energy, which improves your body's insulin sensitivity. This means your cells become better at pulling sugar out of your bloodstream, which helps regulate blood sugar levels and significantly reduces your risk of developing type 2 diabetes. Furthermore, consistent running boosts your metabolic rate and enhances your body's ability to burn fat for fuel, a process known as fat oxidation. A common myth that needs to be debunked is that running is bad for your joints. When done properly, with gradual progression, the opposite is true. The impact of running stimulates your bones to become denser and stronger, which helps prevent osteoporosis, a condition that makes bones brittle and fragile later in life. Your joints, including your knees and hips, are nourished by the movement, as it helps circulate synovial fluid, which lubricates and feeds the cartilage. Embarking on a running journey is a process of gradual adaptation, and knowing what to expect can help you stay motivated. The first week is likely going to be the hardest. Your body isn't used to these new demands yet. Your heart rate might feel uncomfortably high, your breathing will be labored, and your muscles will probably be sore. Mentally, you might be questioning your decision, thinking, "This is awful, why am I doing this?" And this is the most critical stage. After about 1 month of consistent effort, you'll start to notice the first real changes. Your runs will begin to feel just a little less difficult. Your heart rate might be a bit lower at the same pace, and your post-run soreness will start to diminish. You might even find yourself looking forward to your runs as a way to clear your head and boost your energy for the day. By the 3-month mark, the transformation becomes much more apparent. You'll feel a significant difference not just during your runs, but throughout your entire day. Your energy levels will be higher, your sleep may be deeper, and you'll likely notice the discipline from running spilling over into other areas of your life. After 6 months, you are in a completely different place. Your body has made significant physiological adaptations, and by 1 year you are truly a different person. Running is no longer just something you do, it's a part of who you are. You look better, feel better, and think more clearly. You've built a foundation for lifelong health and resilience. The idea of becoming a runner can be pretty intimidating, but the key is to start simple and focus on what matters most: consistency. The single most important rule for any beginner is to be consistent. It's far better to run for 15 minutes 3 or 4 times a week than to do one grueling hour-long run and then be too sore or unmotivated to run again for 10 days. Consistency is what signals to your body that it needs to adapt. It builds the habit, strengthens the neural pathways in your brain, and allows for the gradual physiological changes that make running easier and more enjoyable over time. Next, you must start slow and easy. Many new runners make the mistake of going out too fast, which leads to burnout, pain, and discouragement. In the beginning, your pace does not matter at all. The goal is to build your aerobic base. A great way to do this is to set time-based goals instead of distance-based ones. For your first week, just tell yourself, I'm going to run or run-walk for 20 minutes. This approach builds confidence and reinforces the idea that you are someone who follows through on your commitments, which is a powerful psychological win. One of the biggest mental traps for new runners is comparison. It's easy to look at other runners on the street or on social media and feel inadequate. You must resist this urge. Don't compare your chapter 1 to someone else's chapter 20. The people you see gliding effortlessly down the road have likely been running for years. Your journey is your own. The only person you should be competing with is the person you were yesterday. Focus on your own progress, celebrate your small wins, and trust that with time and consistency, you will also get stronger and faster. While the act of running is natural, focusing on a few key elements of your form can make it more efficient, reduce your risk of injury, and help you enjoy it more. One of the most important metrics to consider is your cadence, which is the number of steps you take per minute. A good target cadence for most runners is around 170 to 180 steps per minute. While this might feel unnaturally fast at first, it encourages you to land with your foot more directly underneath your body's center of gravity. This reduces the braking forces and distributes the impact more evenly across your joints and muscles. Your posture is another critical component of good running form. Think about running tall, as if a string is gently pulling you upward from the crown of your head. Keep your shoulders relaxed and down, away from your ears, and your arms bent at roughly a 90-degree angle, swinging forward and backward, not across your body. A slight forward lean from the ankles, not the waist, will help you use gravity to your advantage, creating a feeling of falling forward into each step. Finally, listen to your body. No single piece of advice on form applies perfectly to everyone because every body is different. Pay attention to what feels right for you. If something hurts, don't just push through it. Pain is your body's signal that something is wrong. It might mean you need to slow down, take an extra rest day, or work on strengthening certain muscle groups like your glutes and core to better support your running. Running should be a lifelong activity, and the key to longevity in the sport is to run smart, stay patient, and respect the messages your body is sending you. Even the most seasoned runners have days when their motivation wanes or the run feels impossibly hard. On those days, having a few mental tricks up your sleeve can make all the difference. The first psychological hack is incredibly simple, yet surprisingly effective: smile. When you're in the middle of a tough interval or climbing a long hill and every fiber of your being wants to stop, force yourself to smile. This technique is famously used by the legendary marathoner Eliud Kipchoge. The physical act of smiling can trick your brain into releasing feel-good neurotransmitters, reducing your perception of effort, and making the pain feel more manageable. The second mind hack is to play mental games to break down the distance. When a run feels overwhelmingly long, don't think about the total mileage you have left. Instead, Focus only on getting to the next small, achievable landmark. Tell yourself, I'm just going to run to that next lamppost, or I can keep this pace for just one more minute. Once you reach that goal, pick a new one. This technique of chunking makes the challenge feel less daunting and gives you a series of small victories that build momentum. These mental strategies work because they shift your focus away from the sensation of discomfort. Your brain can only pay attention to so many things at once. Ultimately, the most powerful psychological tool is your own identity. Don't lie to yourself and say, I'm an amazing runner if you don't believe it yet. Instead, build your identity around the qualities that running develops. Tell yourself, I am a person who perseveres through hard things, or I am someone who finishes what I start. This growth mindset frames every difficult run, not as a failure, but as an opportunity to reinforce your identity as a resilient and determined individual. You are building calluses on your brain, proving to yourself again and again that you have what it takes to endure. We've explored the incredible science of how running rewires your brain and transforms your body. We've seen how it can act as a powerful medicine for your mind, boosting your mood, sharpening your focus, and building your willpower. We've learned how it strengthens your heart, fortifies your bones, and creates a body that is resilient and built for a long, healthy life. The evidence is clear and overwhelming. Running is one of the most powerful investments you can make in your overall well-being. The knowledge is powerful, but it's the action that creates the change. The beauty of this journey is that anyone can start. You don't need to be an athlete. You don't need to be fast. You don't need to have ever run a race in your life. All you need is the willingness to take that first step. Forget about the marathon runners you see on TV, or the super fit athletes on social media. Your journey is not theirs. Your journey begins with a single decision to move your body, to put on your shoes and head out the door for just 10 or 15 minutes. That one small simple act is the beginning of a profound transformation. Remember that every single person who calls themselves a runner started exactly where you are now at the beginning. They all experienced the initial discomfort, the self-doubt, and the challenge of building a new habit. They became runners not because they were born with a special talent, but because they chose to be consistent. They chose to show up on the days they didn't feel like it. They embraced the process, trusted in the small, incremental gains, and kept putting one foot in front of the other. You can make that same choice today, so I encourage you to begin. Don't wait for the perfect day or the perfect gear. Start now with what you have. Go slow, be patient with yourself. Celebrate the small victories, embrace the challenge, because it is through that challenge that you will discover a strength and resilience you never knew you possessed. Every step you take is a step toward a smarter, stronger, and healthier you. Your journey starts now. Go take that first step. You have everything to gain.